last night. I came home a little bit later, so I didn't have time to go get the square body. Come on, so we're taking the Duramax, but she don't like the cold. Come on, come on. And the battery disconnected again. There we go. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna go get the square body, bring the Blazer back, and just start cleaning up more, doing some stuff with it, you know. There's just a lot of little things I gotta do with it, and I gotta tinker with it, so I'll take videos of the stuff that I can, and that's kind of interesting, and a lot of the little stuff will just be on the side, but I'm gonna go grab the square body. There she is. Let's see if we can start this damn thing. Well, we got the damn thing running. Cold and loud. Cold and loud. Well, I'm on my way to Napa now. I'm gonna go try to get something that'll quiet it down a little bit because, I mean, I love loud stuff, but it's just to the point where I can't go through a neighborhood before 10 in the morning without being like an absolute asshole. So, gonna go try to make it a little bit quieter. Alright guys, so I got some plugs and wires and band clamps because that is literally basically my only option right now until I can get it to an exhaust shop. I'm just going to see if that'll quiet it down for a little bit, and then we can go from there, but that's what I'm doing currently. So I got some new plugs in it, but like everything on the motor is aftermarket, so I can't get wires for it. So I got to order them online, or just leave the ones that are on them. I don't think there's anything wrong with the ones that are on them, and now that's got new plugs, you know, but yeah, so it's got new plugs. Leave the wires. If I do get new wires, I get a cap with it too, but yeah. So I'm gonna fix the battery cables on that side because it keeps falling off and it's broken and the truck don't start every time. So fix those and then clean it up a little more and probably tint the windows today, hopefully. Alright guys, I am by no means a professional tinter, but the rears were already done, but I just did the fronts. And I mean, looks pretty friggin' sweet. I'm gonna probably put more tint over the rears. Honestly, they're probably 5% as it is. I don't know, I'll still probably put more over it, but I like it. Looks a lot better. As you can see, the rear one's still pretty clear, so I'm gonna tint the rear window too, but I don't know, it came out pretty decent, guys. Gave this thing a quick wash on the outside since I've owned it, but I have not vacuumed it or cleaned the inside. I do still have that door panel too, it's going back on. But I'm definitely gonna give this thing a good vacuum and clean it out and get it all nice and spiffy looking. There we go. A little bit cleaner than before. Alright guys, I just felt like telling you the story because I thought it was really funny. So I've gone through drive-thrus multiple times with really loud vehicles. It's not like something new to me. Usually you get to the window, you got to shut it off. They can't hear you talking. But it's a whole different deal when you have basically a straight piped 350 with a cam in it. I pull up to the first microphone to, order food, and I shut the truck off, and she automatically was, like, annoyed about how loud my truck was. She was like, "Can I take your order?" And I'm like, trying to be nice, because, like, I get it, it's loud. I'm trying to fix it. I got a few days to make it quieter. And, I order the food, and I get up to the next window, and I leave it running, and I give her the cash, and, she was being happy and smiling and stuff, and I give her the cash, and she goes to give me the receipt, and she moves her mask down because I couldn't, like, hear her or see her, and she's like, "Have a nice day," and I'm like, "Thank you," and I drive up to the next window, and this is where I thought it was really funny. I'm pulling up to the next window, and I'm like, all right, let's see how these people are gonna act, and as I come up to the window, there's, like, 6 or 7 individual people all just waiting to see what pulls up to the window. Like, they're all staring at the window waiting for it to pull up, and I just see all of them, and I like kind of smile and nod, and they're all like, "Why is this thing sound like a spaceship?" And the dude hands me my chocolate milk, because I got a chocolate milk because I love chocolate milk. He gives me that, and he kind of gives me this weird look and like smiles. He's like, "Here you go," and I couldn't hear him. And then he hands me the food, and he's just like looking at me like, "What is wrong with you?" But at the same time, I approve. I don't know, thought it was hilarious. But really awkward and weird. I'm not going to go through drive-thrus until I quiet the truck down a little bit. It's just difficult. So, gonna eat some snacks, and then I'm going to tint more on the truck. I got the side windows tinted on both the fronts, the little triangle windows. The rears already have tint, but they're not dark enough, so I'm going to tint those over again too. I already cleaned the truck. It's kind of really just coming together. There's just a lot of little stuff now, but I mean, I've been daily driving the damn thing, and it's awesome. Fuel's not the best. The rear brakes are still sticking a little bit, so I got to fix that. But as I've been driving them, it wore the rear inner drum pads out, so it's kind of not sticking as much anyways. So, but even with them sticking, with the friggin' cam in it, it's an old-ass 350 with 6-inch lift and 35s, it still honestly isn't that bad. I just drove to Portland and back like a child, of course, wide open like the entire time. I burned like 1/8 of a tank going to Portland and back, which is like a good 20-minute trip each way. 40 minutes of driving, wide open, with the brakes sticking, it's not bad. So, then again, it is $20 for a quarter of a tank, so. I kind of want to put a GoPro somewhere on the truck, like kind of hide it a little bit, but it's really funny how many people look at the truck, like with it off. Like if it's sitting in the driveway, not making noise, adding attention. If it's on and it's running, then every person looks at it. But like, just with it sitting here, like looking pretty in the driveway when it's off, like every 10 people that drive by, probably a good 6 or 7 of them like break their neck. All right, guys, so the fronts are 5. The rears already had factory 5, basically. So they're already like pretty dark until you're right up against them. And I just put more over that. So that's the factory one. That's the one I just tinted 5 over again. You can barely see it. And remember, I'm going to tint this one, the rear one, and the other 2 on the other side. So that light that's coming through on the other side will be black. And the window's even open on that side. This thing's going to be like spray painted black on the back windows. Friggin' Satan's truck. Oh man, I'm loving this, guys. Yeah. I did that side. That window's open, so obviously that's overlapping. As you can see, it is pitch black. This is what the windows will look like after. And just to give you a little representation, this is what the window's gonna look like on the back. The front is already 5%. Makes the front look like it's not even tinted, and the front is 5%. Yeah. Wow. Alright guys, so it looks like it's nighttime in the back here. And it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Don't judge, the corners are not really the best. I was getting impatient, but dark overall. That one in the rear got, well, I suppose the way you look at it. A lot of that on that bottom piece right there, that's not missing tint. That's actually just, I don't really know, some kind of sealer. But I'll do a walk around the outside. So obviously right from the windshield, there's no tint, so that's the clearest view you'll have. You can see the dash and you can see the seats a little bit. Actually, in this triangle, window's open, letting in some light. Once you get to the side, it's just straight black. I'll even go around so you can see the sunlight coming through it. Yeah, there's not really any sunlight coming through it. It's just pitch black, guys. I can't even see in. With my own eyes, I can barely see. The camera honestly picks up better than my own eyes do. Yeah, that's black. I like it.